What's up, guys? This is Wrestling God here, and you are listening to the Wrestling Menace podcast. Now, today we are definitely going to be talking about WrestleMania 41, their match card, and and my predictions for WrestleMania. Mind you, WrestleMania is in 7 days, y'all, and I am so excited to see WrestleMania. It is so much excitement in the match types. Not really much exciting build for WrestleMania, but I'm definitely excited, for the matches that are going to take place. I really wish the SmackDown tag team titles were being defended on one of the nights, but sadly it is not going to happen. But before we get into talking about WrestleMania and the predictions, let's talk about what just recently transpired on AEW. So there was an incident where I don't know how, where, or when, but Hook basically got a concussion. And he was like throwing up. He was throwing up and shit after the match, and then Claudio still just landed him right directly on the chair. Like, y'all see this man is not well. Y'all see throw up in the ring, and y'all continue to act like nothing is going on. Like, Tony Khan continues to say, "Oh, AEW is where the best wrestle, and we're the safest wrestling company." No, the fuck y'all not. Y'all not were the best wrestle, nor y'all are the safest wrestling company. Because if y'all was the safest wrestling company, this wouldn't have had happened to Hook. Mind you, Pat got injured earlier on that night. So two things happened on Dynamite. Pat got injured and Hook got concussed. Like, what is going on? AEW, y'all really need to get y'all shit together. Like, y'all viewerships are going down. It's clear y'all don't care about y'all wrestlers. Y'all just care about putting on these bullshit matches with these bullshit storylines and having it end up in a shit show. Like, AEW used to be so much better than this. And I still have some heart for AEW because some of my favorite wrestlers are in the company. If my favorite wrestlers wasn't in the company, I would not be watching AEW. I'm sorry. I'm purely only watching AEW for guys like Kenny Omega, guys like MJF, guys like Swerve Strickland, and Adam Page. Like, it's only specific wrestlers that I stay tuned in to AEW for. If those wrestlers wasn't there, I would not be watching it. I'm sorry. Because AEW continues to show why they're really not in competition with WWE anymore. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say that. But another thing that kind of got me like, okay, is the fact that, Will Ospreay had a little interview or whatever, and he basically said that his cage match with Kyle Fletcher, I think, his cage match was better than Seth Rollins and CM Punk's cage match on Monday Night Raw. First of all, who the fuck asks? Second of all, who the fuck cares? Third of all, I think Will Ospreay just said that because he did that one little flippy bullshit ass spot off the cage. Seth and CM Punk didn't have to do all that. See, Seth and CM Punk told a story in that ring. Did Will Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher tell a story in the ring? No, they were just looking for cheap pops, cheap reactions from the crowd, so they do all these high-risk maneuvers that can lead to potential injuries, and that's it. I really want to know, how does Will Ospreay think that his match was better than Seth's ladder match? Wow. Better than Seth's cage match with CM Punk. I don't understand. If you think that Will Ospreay cage match was better than Seth Rollins' cage match, you're out of your mind right now. I mean, everybody has their own opinions, but that's just stupid if you think that. But let's get out of the topic of AEW and let's talk about what we mainly came here to talk about, and that is WrestleMania. Now, we all know that Gunther versus Jey Uso is the starter. We're kicking things off with the World Heavyweight Championship match. Gunther versus Jey Uso. I predict that Gunther is going to retain. I know, right? I know before I said Jey Uso is going to win the world title, I feel like Gunther is going to retain. Why is that? Because I feel like Gunther needs more time to be the world champion. You know, he's a really great world champion, and he hasn't really had any memorable rivalries. Like, sure, he fought Damian Priest, you know. Sure, he fought. Damn, I don't even remember all his opponents that he fought for the world title. Like, Gunther already beat Jey. So he knows what to expect out of Jey. So I feel like Gunther is going to retain his title. But Jey could pull stuff out the bag that we ain't never seen before. Jey could pull stuff out the bag that really shocks us and be like, oh yeah, he really is main event Jey Uso. Jey Uso could really do that. You know, because he's still young and he's still capable of doing stuff in the ring. You know? I think Jey is going to bring out that crash out Jey Uso that we all been waiting to see. But I still believe Gunther is going to retain his championship. And Jey might win it, you know, somewhere down the line. I honestly don't think Jey is worthy enough to be the World Heavyweight Champion, to be honest. We've seen his reign with the Intercontinental Championship, and that was lackluster because the Bloodline overshadowed it. And Jey hasn't really put on good matches like that, to be honest with you. But, you know, we'll just have to see what happens at WrestleMania live next Saturday. I can't wait to see. Let me know if y'all want me to live stream WrestleMania. I will definitely do that. You know, live stream my reaction. I will definitely do that. The second match that will be happening is the WWE Tag Team Championship match between the War Raiders and the New Day. Honestly, I don't really gotta say much. I think New Day is gonna become tag team champions. Why not? They deserve it. They are one of the best tag teams of this generation. I feel like New Day is gonna win. Next match, we have Jade Cargill versus Naomi. I'm excited to see this match. This match should have been like, you know what? Never mind. I was about to say this match should have been a street fight, but I'm fine with this match just being a regular match. Every match doesn't need a stipulation to it, you know? But I honestly want Naomi to win this match, but I feel like they're going to have Jade Cargill win. Just for the fact that they're trying to build Jade Cargill up to potentially, you know, maybe win the Royal Rumble and maybe, you know, get a title, you know, be kind of like in competition with Bianca Belair, because you know Bianca Belair is like their face of the women's division. They want, you know, Jade Cargill to be a runner-up for that, so they're definitely gonna have, you know, Jade Cargill win. But I really do want Naomi to win. Her heel run is definitely her best work right now. I've never seen such character development inside Naomi until now. She is really destined for greatness in the WWE. Please push Naomi, y'all. I know she might lose at WrestleMania, but please push that black lady. She is amazing. She is athletic, and she can act. Give that woman an Oscar. Now, the United States Championship match is up next. LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu. Um, Not really much hype around this match, but I am excited to see it. It's gonna be a good match, but it's not gonna be match of the night. Jacob Fatu should definitely win. Give him, his first singles run. That'll be fucking hilarious if Jacob Fatu wins a championship on the main roster before Solo Sikoa could even do it. That'll be crazy. It'll give something. Excuse me. It'll give something for Solo Sikoa to kind of be jealous about, and it start a potential feud between Solo and Jacob. I'm excited to see that though. This match is definitely going to be a banger. Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano. Or Americano, whatever. We all know it's Chad Gable in a mask. So, yeah. This match is going to be fire. I honestly think, El Grande Americano is going to win. But it's going to be a good match. I would honestly preferred a triple threat match between Penta, Rey Fenix, and Rey Mysterio. That match would have sold the night. But the next match is the Women's Championship match. Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair. I'm going to be pissed off if Charlotte wins. Charlotte does not deserve any more Women's Championship. Charlotte is overpushed. Charlotte is overrated. She's talented and athletic, but she's overrated as hell. I'm tired of seeing her on my TV screen. Tiffany Stratton should definitely retain her championship. No questions about it. And the main event for night 1 at WrestleMania is the only tribal chief, Roman Reigns, versus the best in the world, CM Punk, like Mussolini, versus the visionary, the revolutionary, Seth freaking Rollins in a triple threat match. I am so excited to watch this match. This is probably the most match I'm excited to watch on night 1. Not because it's the main event, but because it's some of my favorite wrestlers in one match. Plus, the build for this match has been so good. Like Paul Heyman torn between Roman and CM Punk being, the wise man and being CM Punk's best friend, and now Seth Rollins throwing in the fact that now Paul Heyman owes him a favor now? Oh, yeah. I'm so excited to see how this triple threat match is going to go. Is Paul Heyman going to turn on Roman Reigns? Is Paul Heyman going to side with Roman Reigns? Is Paul Heyman going to turn on CM Punk? Is Paul Heyman going to side with Seth Rollins? Is Seth Rollins going to be the new Paul Heyman guy? I'm so excited. If Seth Rollins turns heel, by far he finna put in the best work. He's already putting on some of the best matches of this generation. He about to put in some great heel work if he turns heel. And mind you, if Seth Rollins turns heel and Paul Heyman goes with him, Seth Rollins has a valid ass reason to go heel. I would love to see Seth Rollins go heel. I would love to see the swerve, Paul Heyman siding with Seth Rollins. I would love to see that. But if that does happen, then Seth Rollins will win the triple threat match. But if it doesn't happen, CM Punk is going to win the match. So I think CM Punk is going to win at WrestleMania. But WWE could swerve us into having, Seth Rollins win, basically crushing his dreams of winning at WrestleMania. I don't think winning at WrestleMania was his dreams. I think more so him just main eventing at WrestleMania was his thing. But I really do want CM Punk to win because he deserves it more than anybody else in this match. So I'm definitely excited for that. I'm gonna definitely have my snacks ready. Ooh-wee, I can't wait. And definitely, I will put a poll up asking you guys, do you guys want me to do a live watch party watching WrestleMania? I'm definitely going to do it if you guys say yeet. But if y'all say no yeet, I will gladly watch that shit by myself. Alright, so we got night 2 to worry about. Mind you, we get a 2-for-1 extravaganza. Alright, so we got the confirmed triple threat women's match for the women's world title. between Io Sky, Bianca Belair, and Rhea Ripley. I honestly think Bianca is going to win this match, to be honest. I don't really care too much about this match because the build was kind of iffy and Rhea was just annoying through this build. But I don't really care who wins this match, but they might put the belt back on Bianca. If I'll be surprised if they keep the belt on Io, honestly. But the next match is the Intercontinental Championship match between Braun Breaker versus Penta versus Dominic Mysterio versus Finn Balor. This match is about to cook. This match didn't even need no damn build because this match is going to cook. I'm telling you right now, this is going to be a great match. But do I really see Braun Breaker losing his title shot? His championship? I do see maybe Dominic or Finn turning on one another. I do see that. But I don't really see Braun losing his championship. I don't know. This is a good match. I don't really know. So I might say Braun Breaker retains his Intercontinental Championship. If he doesn't, maybe Finn wins it. Maybe Finn finally gets a championship. But I honestly, 90% of me saying that Braun is gonna win. The other 10% is like maybe they're gonna pull like a curveball, you know. But I honestly think Braun Breaker is gonna retain his championship, and we're gonna have like a heel or a face turn, you know, between Finn Balor, Dominic. You know, it's gonna be a great match for sure. I do not see Penta winning it yet. I don't see Penta winning a championship in a while, but he is a future champion in WWE. Next is the Sin City Street Fight match between Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre. This is going to be an exciting match. I really want Drew to win. I'm going to say it right now. I want Drew McIntyre to win. Drew McIntyre has been given so much shit, so much loss. Like, he deserves to win this match. I love you, Damian Priest, but Drew McIntyre, he deserves to win this match. He really does. This is gonna be a good match. The build was okay. It was okay. I give him that. It was an okay build. But I really do want Drew McIntyre to win. He did look badass with that eye patch on, though. He should definitely come out with the eye patch for WrestleMania. You know, have the eye patch, have the sword, you know, have the kilt on. He'll look definitely badass. This match, I didn't really care for the build too much, nor do I really care who wins. AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. This is going to be a good match. I don't care who wins, AJ Styles, Logan Paul. I like both of them as wrestlers. I like AJ a little bit more, but, you know. But who I think will probably win is maybe Logan Paul. Because why would they need, you know, AJ Styles to win if he's, you know, retiring soon, while Logan is literally, his career just started not too long ago. So it's like, maybe they're going to have Logan Paul win, you know? But this will definitely be a great match. It will. It'll be a fun match. I'm very interested in what kind of high-flying maneuvers both of these men are going to pull out. But next is another match I really don't care about. Instead of putting the women's tag team championships on the line, they should have put the damn the SmackDown tag team titles on the line, the undisputed tag team titles. But we got a women's tag team championship match instead. We got Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. I think that's her name. But I don't really care about this match. I think Bayley and them is gonna win. So yeah, who cares? But the match we've all been waiting for. Cody Rhodes defends his undisputed championship against John Cena, the man who sold his soul to The Rock. This is going to be an interesting match. John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. It can go two ways. If Cody Rhodes wins, I feel like John Cena is gonna, you know, have a, you know, passing of the torch moment. And if John Cena wins, then he's going to pull a 2011 CM Punk and he's going to leave with that championship. And then they're going to bring in a new title for them to use. Those are my things. Or, I know I said it's only 2 ways, but it could go 3. It could go potentially more. Maybe Cody Rhodes swerves us. And he turns heel. And he accepts The Rock's favor. And he uses The Rock to retain his championship. It could be like a double swerve. The Rock uses John Cena to get under Cody Rhodes' skin to the point where it turns Cody Rhodes heel and asks for that favor and gives his soul to The Rock and takes out John Cena. Allowing John Cena to turn babyface again and Cody Rhodes being heel. I highly doubt that will happen, but it's just a thought. It's just a thought. I honestly think Cody Rhodes is going to retain the title. I don't see John Cena beating him unless there's some type of interference from The Rock. But what if, hold on, I just got another thought. What if The Rock come out to help John Cena, but Stone Cold comes out to help Cody Rhodes? What if that happened? That would make WrestleMania 41 so much better. That'll make it so much better. And unexpected, because nobody really expects Stone Cold Steve Austin to show up at WrestleMania. That'll be so interesting to see. So I'm excited. Overall, I'm excited for WrestleMania. A lot of people are giving WrestleMania crap because of the match card. Saying it's probably the worst match card of this, since Brock left or whatever. I honestly think it's been worse cards, to be honest with you. This isn't actually a bad card. Bad card. People just like shitting on everything. I feel like the only bad thing was the fact that they didn't put the Undisputed Tag Team titles in there and some of the build-ups for the matches. That's the only thing I don't really like about WrestleMania. Other than that, it's going to be some banger-ass matches and some twists and turns. I'm excited. I'm going to get my popcorn. I'm going to get my pizza. I'm going to get my drinks. And I'm going to be watching WrestleMania. And I cannot wait. WrestleMania is definitely the Super Bowl of professional wrestling. And we already know celebrities going to be there. Everybody's going to be tuning in on Peacock. They should have streamed WrestleMania on Netflix, because that would have got them more money. But hey, that's just a thought. But yeah, overall, I think WrestleMania will probably get a 7.5 out of 10. Like overall. Overall, for sure. But ladies and gentlemen, we are nearing the end of this Wrestling Minutes podcast. And you already know, we end things off with the infamous YouTube polls. Now, I created 3 polls this week. And we're going to look at them. Okay. So 3 days ago, I created this poll. It says, who has the best spear of all time? 168 votes are in. 46% of people said Braun Breaker. 28% of people said Goldberg. 23% of people said Roman Reigns, and 3% said Bobby Lashley. In my opinion, I agree with everybody that picked Braun Breaker, because Braun Breaker has the most devastating spear. The best spear in history of WWE. I don't care what nobody say. What about Goldberg? Fuck Goldberg. It's Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker's spear is the best spear in the business. And now let's read these comments on my poll. Somebody said Edge. Goldberg. Somebody said Edge. Edge spear's ass. I'm sorry. His spear is not all that good unless it's like, sold perfectly. Edge Spears, not all that. I'm sorry. Someone said Goldberg. Like I said, fuck Goldberg. Braun Breaker, when he leaps, bam, rip you apart. I'm telling you, he be ripping you apart with them spears. And they look so clean and so devastating at the same damn time. Someone said Rhino. I feel like Rhino Spear, I like Rhino Spear, but his not the best spear. And someone else said Goldberg. Everyone's saying Goldberg. No. I used to think that as a kid, like Goldberg had the best spear. Now that Braun Breaker come around, this man got the best spear. Roman spear, I like his spear. I like Roman's spear. I love the height that Roman gets with his spears, but it's not the best spear. It's maybe top 3, but it's not the best spear. Now we go to the other poll. I asked my subscribers who had the greatest heel turn of all time. 127 votes are in. 11% of people said Seth Rollins. 13% of people said Shawn Michaels. 63% of people said John Cena. And 13% of people said Hulk Hogan. Now, I disagree with this poll. I disagree with the people saying John Cena had the best heel turn. I agree that John Cena's heel turn created shock value. But that's it. It wasn't the greatest heel turn of all time. It wasn't. It's far from it. It was shocking to say the least, but that's it. Didn't expect it, but that's it. Now, Shawn Michaels' heel turn on Marty Jannetty, that wasn't the greatest, but it's definitely like top 10. Because after this, it escalated Shawn Michaels' career. And he began to become one of the greatest of all time. Hulk Hogan definitely is top 10 also. Because Hulk Hogan's heel turn fed families. It did wonders for the WCW. And it created the Monday Night Wars. And it helped elevate the Attitude Era. So Hulk Hogan's heel turn did a lot for the business back then. So I'm not really going to shit on that. It definitely is like top 5. But in my opinion, Seth Rollins had the greatest heel turn of all time. Or at least in our generation. Him turning on the Shield. Not only was it unexpected, not only was it a curve, but dude, Seth Rollins, that moment created 3 stars that is still on a generational run today. 3 stars that are still active in the business today. Mind you, that heel turn was over 10 years ago. And they are still going. They are still at the top of their companies. Like literally, Seth and Roman are literally about to main event WrestleMania. Jon Moxley is literally the AEW World Champion right now. Seth Rollins' heel turn elevated 3 stars. And they're still going. And they're doing their best work right now. Like, his heel turn elevated 3 different people. 3 different world champions. 3 different Hall of Fame contestants. Like, 3 different legends that will go down as one of the greatest wrestlers of all time in our generation. Like, Seth Rollins' heel turn did so much for WWE. So much for professional wrestling as a whole. That's why I think Seth Rollins got the best heel turn. Because it's not just about the shock value. It's not just about the moment. It's about the moment that led to more moments. That led to more things in professional wrestling. That's why I think Seth Rollins has the best heel turn. Because it did more than just for him. It did more for 2 other competitors. It did more for the Shield. It did more for the business. So thank you, Seth Rollins, for turning on the Shield and starting a generational run between you, Roman, and Jon Moxley. And hopefully Jon Moxley comes back, because I don't know what the fuck he's doing in AEW. The constant... he's just weird with the AEW World title. I'm sorry. He was definitely better as Dean Ambrose. And my final poll was, what should Tony Khan do? Sell AEW, partner with WWE, or get new creative team? 37 votes. This was the least voted one. I guess people don't really like Tony Khan. I don't blame them. 14% of people said sell AEW. 65% of people said partner with WWE. And 22% of people said get new creative team. Honestly, I don't ever think Tony Khan is really going to sell AEW unless it's get to the bare minimum. Partner with WWE. For how many times AEW continuously to take shots at WWE, I don't ever see, WWE and AEW doing a partnership unless, Tony Khan is willing to work with the type of wrestling that WWE produces, because AEW and WWE produces very different types of wrestling. AEW is more like an indie show, and WWE is more of a professional style. So yeah, they are definitely two different types of companies. And so one needs to get on board with the other if they ever were to do a little partnership. And then getting creative. Come on, Tony. We all know your ideas are bullshit. Having your superstars also be, create their own little storylines or whatever. AEW sucks at storytelling. They really do. They produce some decent matches, but they suck ass when it comes to storytelling and building new stars. So they definitely would need like a new creative. I honestly think he shouldn't sell nor partner with the WWE. I think he should just get new creative, because if AEW had a more creative direction, then stuff will make so much more sense and the company will flow so much better and it will do just better as a whole, in my opinion. But AEW is literally at a downward spiral right now. But thank you all for listening to the Wrestling Minutes podcast. I'm your girl, Wrestling God here. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more wrestling and gaming content. And follow me on all social media like TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook at WrestlingGod04. Love you. Thank you. See you at WrestleMania.